Turkey. So here we are in Kusadasi, Turkey. This was the only non-Greece stop on our cruise. We spent the day walking around the Grand Bazaar. Of course, before you get to the Grand Bazaar, you have to go through this bazaar, which is a little more expensive, a little bit more touristy.
Yeah, we suggest waiting until you go through the whole bazaar, because you have to pass by this area again to board the ship.
On the way back, yeah. So the prices here were a little bit more than the actual Grand Bazaar, but there's some interesting stuff and a nice, safe introduction to Turkey and what you're going to expect. A lot of the things here were the same we saw all over Greece, though. You know, the evil eyes. There's a lot more Turkish delight here, of course, being Turkey. But chess sets, backgammon sets, you know, you saw a lot of the same stuff. Here's your Turkish So here we are, we're just about out of this area now, we're coming up onto the actual Grand Bazaar. So a lot of stuff, a lot of shop owners. I know a couple people in our group thought the shop owners were a little bit too aggressive. I thought they were aggressive, but I didn't think it was that bad. But I mean, you have to be able to say no.
They approach you, and then if you say no, they just back off. So.
But if you start a conversation, then they are going to really kind of push you into trying to make a deal.
And there are no prices on any of the items. They just pull out their calculator and get some kind of number for you if you're interested.
Yeah. Then I don't know if this guy took a wrong turn or not, but he eventually made it up out of the street. Maybe he was used to going there when there's no cruise ships and isn't as busy. But they were always looking for prices, finding prices that would work. You know, what price would work for you? It's, you know, you just have to be able to say no. So you're going to see a lot of name brands here. Those are not real. They're knockoffs. They're good knockoffs, but definitely expensive knockoffs. I went to one of the watch stores and they were quoting me 250 euros for a knockoff Rolex. So pretty pricey.
Jody?
So this building, I wish we'd actually taken better pictures of the outside. I actually tried to, but didn't work out with the camera. This is a caravanserai. It's a building that was used to accommodate merchants, their servants, animals, and merchandise. Caravanserais often had open courtyards, animal stalls, and shops for travelers. They also provided water for humans and animals, and sometimes had public baths. This one, I believe, was about 600 years old. It definitely was cooler on the inside in the courtyard. Great example of Ottoman architecture. And back in the day, you'd find these every 40 miles or so, which is quite a distance back then when you're thinking they're taking everything by camel horses and stuff. Beautiful inside, nice and quiet, nice and a little serene for the hubbub that was the Grand Bazaar. You know, I just sometimes I find it unfortunate with tourists, though, that you know you got this wonderful building and this ancient architecture that's quite old, and people just decide to sit on a fountain. Like, I mean, that could be up to 700 years old, and you're using it as a seat. Just remember, we're visitors, so show be a little respectful of where you're at and what you're doing.
Yes. Sure.
So as you go a little farther out, of course there's less tourists, people don't want to walk as far, and you get to find some different kind of stores. We found this one store here where the owner was quite talkative and nice guy, interesting guy to talk to. He was very passionate about the jewelry that he had. I think he actually lived over top of the store, which would be kind of nice. You'd be able to say what he picked and stuff.
For example, from that one I make earrings and bracelet, those are branded. Can I ask you something, guys? Which color we see? Honey. Exactly. Where is your honey showing? Where are your honey? All day, like always, you can see a lot of people coming from that. Very famous and very popular for people. From that one, and I make earrings.
So I think at this point we're just looking for somewhere to eat. This is quite a long sort of thoroughfare, so I've sped it up a bit so you don't have to wade through the whole thing. But just, you know, nice area, beautiful. Felt safe there. So we found a kebab place. Of course, I have to have Turkish coffee in Turkey, as well as some Turkish tea. They brought this out, which is, you know, flat bread.
It was really, really good. Very fresh.
There's my shish kebabs. Then I can't remember what the other two had, but they were other kind of meat on a stick anyways. One was filled. It was really good. Little side dishes that they brought out too with some olive. And then I wish we had stayed for the Sunday show, because that looks pretty interesting. And then off to the beach. This is probably a half-hour walk from the cruise ship. You can get to the beach. Well, I got my and some local artwork. Like a city that invests in things like this. It's the sculptures on the way to the beach. And the beach. And that was our trip to Turkey. We didn't actually see the ruins. I wish we had gone to see those. Yeah, I think had already seen a bunch of ruins in Athens and we're kind of ruined out. But it was a nice day. It was pretty warm. Food was good. People were friendly, if not a little pushy when it came to their stores. But all in all, a good day.